Okay, welcome back, guys. We're gonna be playing some more Draconian Air Elementalist, also known as the coward's way out. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do. So what is this character running so far? We wanted Orbit Destruction, right? Yeah, nice. So can we amnesia anything useless? Conjure Ball Lightning. Yeah, let's get rid of that shit. It was cool while it lasted, but I think that we need to be responsible here and actually pick up decent spells, because that's kind of embarrassing to hold onto. Battlesphere is also a decent pickup, I think. But for the time being, I'll just leave it and we'll see how this goes. How this setup is. Seems okay. Okay, so I think we finished Orc last time, and now we're going to go into Swamp or Snake. We have our poise. So Swamp is not that hard. Freezing Cloud and Bolt of Cold should be pretty much enough to handle any enemy we get. I think. Like Bolt of Cold will pretty much one-shot anything we need. Wait, was this name my buy? Yeah, Ring of Robustness. I forgot about that. Alright, good. I need to keep that in mind when I acquire a weapon. Acquire a scroll. Or get an acquirement scroll, that is. Orbit Destruction here to take care of the Sullen Hunter. Ice Bolt is really effective here because it makes freezing clouds and it hits all the cold-blooded enemies as well. So it's a very effective thing. My Ice Breath also can be used to knock back flying drakes and enemies like that. I don't know. Though, like I said, the breath weapon for the ice one is probably the most lackluster, I think, of the ones that you could get. Oh wait, they're all immune, aren't they? Damn it. Whoops. That's alright. Just gonna airstrike a couple of times. The Gourmand means we pretty much have no food problems for the rest of the game. I'm not sure if it's gonna be on for the whole game, but for the time being, it might be. Alright, so Passage of Galibria is down to 14%. That's pretty good. Poison Arrow is a really good spell. Possibly worth learning at this stage in the game, because it is full screen and it will fit the requirements I was looking for. The only question is, what spell would I get rid of for it? I think that Throw Icicle is mostly defunct at this point, but I need to get rid of 2 spells for it. Okay. So I need to get rid of a level 6 spell, or I can get rid of a level 4 and a level 2. Okay, I can get rid of the Swiftness and I can get rid of the Swiftness and also Throw Icicle, I guess. I'm not really happy with that, how that turns out, but whatever. It's not too big of a deal, I guess. Having Throw Poison Arrow is pretty effective here, I guess. I think for the time being we'll turn Translocations off and we'll focus Poison Magic. I do want this spell to be useful. But yeah, that's fine for now. Like the single target stuff can be taken care of for a little while with Airstrike. It's not a big deal. But the Poison Arrow will be an upgrade at some point, so that's what I'm hoping for. Like Airstrike's not bad. It's just that like it's kind of low damage and very mana inefficient as a result. A single target smite that costs me like 4 mana each cast to do like maybe 15 damage is like not high enough for me to care, I guess. Gonna Ice Bolt here. Do I have Blink? Yes, I do. Good. Blink will help me escape pretty much any sticky situation, unless I get like really badly screwed over by RNG. But hey, that's why they call it RNG. That's why we hate it. Oh, whoops. Missed my freaking Bolt of Cold. I hate it when I do that. Like it snaps on when I don't expect it to snap on, and then it just like the reticle snaps onto the enemy when I don't expect it to. So I just end up like casting it in the middle of nowhere because I what do you call it? Like I overcompensate for it, I guess. Okay. These mobs are like pretty weak, so I'll just. This is an enemy worth orbing. A couple of people have been asking me about how to use the Orb of Destruction, and I've actually, especially like, and I think I covered in Blue's video, but it may not have been covered because, as I said before, the one of the videos got screwed over. So that I will go through it briefly. So like Orb of Destruction basically will time out if it hits the outside edge of your screen. Ah shit. Okay, this is fine. If it hits the edge of your screen, like outside your LOS, then it'll fizzle. So your goal is to stay situated such that the enemy is at full screen and you hit the enemy just as your Orb of Destruction leaves the screen. Okay, this is a bit fucked up right now. I don't know what this is. Like, it's just tanking like my whole mana battery full of ice bolts. That's pretty insane. So what that means is generally you just kind of cast the spell at like max range and then you keep walking backwards, but if it feels like the orb is going too far away, then you stop a turn to like keep it in range. Basically how you use Orb Destruction. Unknown feature. I don't think it used to not have to do that. Like you could just like walk away before, but nowadays it's like most spells, it dissipates when it goes out of your LS. Alright, let's pull away here. Getting kind of annoyed by the fact there's no food, but that's the new dungeon for you. I really don't like that move. I don't know why they didn't just like give us food to eat. Like they have these like poisonous chunks, but they don't do anything except for necromancy. And they've nerfed necromancy so much, it's like, god damn it. Why? Okay, just use the breath weapon to kind of spend a turn dealing damage, I guess. It's not a huge deal. It's just ice bolt that guy. Like I can't even eat hydras. Like why can't I eat hydras? They look good enough to eat. Okay. And like the leeches don't even drop the corpses 100%. It's so frustrating to have to deal with corpse RNG. It's like, why? Why don't you just have all of them drop corpses? I don't understand. Like why is it only sometimes you drop corpses? What's the randomness in that? I don't get it. Like how does that become more interactive and interesting? Meaningful? Like, oh shit, that guy didn't drop a corpse. I guess I'll starve. Lol. Like what? I'm confused by that line of reasoning. Alright, well anyway. There's a Spriggan Druid. Thankfully we're not near any trees, so we can't do anything. So that's Captain Kirk, and she's coming to get us. The pig is the indicator, but I don't actually know where the hell she is. Oh, she looks like she's down here, I guess. Let's just walk away for a bit. There she is. Let's chuck an orb her way. Okay, got absorbed by the frickin' pig. That's fair enough. I mean, that's what they're for, I guess. Alright, cool. Bolter Cold just takes her out. As you can see, like, the mage side is, like, pretty much done. I'm just trying to get, like, a couple more, like, points to get my Orb Destruction down and my Poison Arrow down and of decent power. And then I'll just be pumping some heavy defense for quite a bit. And hopefully that works out for me. Alright. Cool. One thing that, like, isn't really mentioned is... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, like, I don't know if I want to go for a shield. I haven't really said anything about that. But I think that because I don't have to train armor on this character, I can afford to get a couple of extra skill points in getting shield. Oh god. Ruined Buckler again. Wait, what? Oh, it was shiny. Whoops. +2 Buckler. Okay, no. Thanks. Whoops. Why is the push invisibility down? Do we really have that many slots? We'll enchant the pair of gloves because those are actually decent. I guess we can recharge the acid. It's kind of okay to use. I'll get rid of the lightning though. I don't want something that loud in my inventory. I actually thought that Arbalest was an enemy, and you saw me just try to cast Airstrike on it. I was like, okay. Then I realized my mistake. That's okay. As long as we accept it. There'll be no ramifications. Alright, this looks like a simulacra vault. If it is, I'll be... not sure I'll be happy about that because my Bolt of Cold won't be as effective, but at the very least it means that I will have decent defense against it because I can just switch to the Staff of Cold and that'll just avoid everything. And I can just airstrike these guys while kiting them back. So that's not bad. Okay, so it looks like a simulacra vault. I could be wrong, but no, it's definitely an ice. It's at the very least an ice dragon vault, which is fine. Wait, what am I holding right now? Oh, I had to lean in because that was like invisible to me. I could not see that. That was interesting. Let's switch to the Dagger of Venom just to fight with our ally near us. Okay. Right now we only have one RC. I'm thinking about like whether or not it's worthwhile for me to go for another pip of RC. I guess we might as well, right? But like, it doesn't look like these things that pose that much of a threat to us. It's just like they're just kind of like doing stuff to us. We don't really care too much about what they're doing. Look at this, we're just airstriking this. We keep dropping random things. I probably shouldn't. Alright, cool. Let's just pull back a bit. Whoops, we pulled back for a little too long there. That's fine. Just finish it off with Acid Wand. Okay, things are getting a little bit annoying, so I'm gonna go switch to my Lightning Spire mode and just melee these guys. I have 0 melee skill, but it doesn't matter. You could argue that that was not the best position to put my Lightning Spire because it blocked me off. A better one would have probably been on the right, but I don't think it was too big of a deal there. I was just mostly using it to clear. And you could argue that there were some line of sight issues in that position. I might go back and check it out in a sec. See, small things like this is like what really makes me wonder. So where was I? I was standing right here, right? So had I put it here, oh no, it wouldn't have been able to shoot these two mosquitoes, right? I probably should have put it here so I could move out. But I think in that stage, if I was cornered like that, I'd probably just use a telly anyway. Sorry about that. Got lost in my own discussion. Positioning strategies are kind of interesting. Okay, we'll just walk through this. There's really not much we can do here. Like, we just gotta kind of chill. Just kind of smack these guys down. Like, there's not much I really can do. I just wait for my Lightning Spire to kill them all, really. Like, I don't have anything that's really like that great at dealing with this, other than the Lightning Spire, so, you know, let the pros do what they do best. I'm just kind of like hitting them with like random things, but they're all like really resistant to cold, so like this thing's at the very least ultra resistant, so me hitting him doesn't do much. 3 dragons? Wow, that's surprising. Let's try to smack this guy down with our dagger. The Lightning Spire is dealing like insanely good damage, so whoops. I was supposed to use the Staff of Cold here. Using it here mostly for the extra RC it provides, not so much for the cold boosting power, because I don't really care about that right now. Are these guys all immune? I assume they are. Yeah, they're immune to all that. So I don't have any other spell that like deals with it, other than like shock, I guess. Alright, whatever, we use shock. Not really for any real reason. Ow. Alright, airstrike will take care of them. Well, at least this time we had the answer to the bolts, so that's good. If this was a fire bolt, I'd have a little bit more trouble, I think. Not really, because ice would be very effective against it. All the fire dragons and such. Alright, cool. So just as a random like side note, this video is probably going to come out like maybe half a week after it gets recorded. I've been recording with a decent backlog for the last couple of days, and I feel like that means like I want to upload the blue videos and also like some other stuff. I've got some things that I'm starting to arrange. I'm not really sure when that's going to start happening, but it's going to be pretty good. some of you guys might be. Oh wait, I need to go snake right now. I immediately went to vaults. Oh, whoops. Are we Arlek? I hope we are. Because we might be dead. No, okay, we are Arlek. Right, the ring that we bought. Yeah, true. But yeah, I do want to upload the blue videos before I get everything else done. So, like, we haven't actually recorded at all, really. Not really anyone's fault. Mostly just like bad luck, kind of. So, you know, like, there's gonna be obviously some delays because real life is. It's very hard to actually coordinate two people. Chain lightning, shatter, and tornado. None of those are useful to us, I think. Okay, this is pretty bad for us. I'm gonna just walk over here. Let's get some blocks of beasts with us, just to create some distance between us and the enemy. Let's freeze and cloud this whole corridor. Oh my god. Okay. This is like pretty bad, but it's not horrible right now. Okay. Can we just melee him? Yeah, okay, that's good. This character is like very decent, like, defense for a mage, which is why I think Draconian is a good mage class, but I just prefer them in melee. Like the main reason why I avoided it so early in the run is because I don't want to have people get away from the core message of mage, which is just to play stay away. Like I figured that like with the Greaterplayer run you'd be like too used to playing melee at that stage, and having that soft transition will just make it harder for you to transition back. Like this is like the easy caster for people who don't really manage their melee. Oh, sorry, they don't really manage their distance that well. If that makes sense. Which makes it a good pick. Don't get me wrong, but like I said, I just prefer to have the deep elf first. I still think the deep elf fire elementalist now, because deep elf conjurer got nerfed to where it is now. I think it's significantly worse, but deep elf fire elementalist is probably like the way to go for your first one, mostly because it gives you that good 15 rune platform, which is what a lot of players want early in their runs. Fly RF strength +3, that's pretty good. Ring of Fire is useless. +6 thingo. Once we run out of snake, we can probably get rid of the Gourmand for a bit and put it on if we need it, but it'll be less necessary later on, so that's good. This looks like Azrael. Yeah, it is. That's fine. Bolter Cold just destroys his whole pack. Gonna Freezing Cloud here, just because I need to kind of deal the damage while I have the time. You use Lightning Spire to block off their path, and I'm just gonna chill out now. More int is probably good. Like, I think that int is really good. And we as a non like cast specialized class or stat based class like demigod, we won't have as much int as those races like deep elf and such. So that's why I'm. Oh god, we got telly. It's fine. Just head towards the stairs. So because of that, I'm just training int. There's no real point to training anything else, honestly. Dex gives us more evade, that's fine, but we don't really need more. I don't know. Like I said, stats are a meme. Just don't worry about them. The only one that's important is like really int or spellcasting. That's about it. Everything else just doesn't matter. You can just pretend they don't matter at all. All right, let's just like that brings another thing. Like a couple people on the Discord were talking about like I think it was like GDR or something, like some like random ass like game mechanic, and got me thinking like again how new players will really focus on like things that are not important. Like for example, like how like what are the chances of stealth happening, or like oh what numbers do I need to have, or what kind of init file do I need, or you know, how does GDR work? Like, there's a lot of things in this game that are very misleading. Okay, okay, I guess we just don't get to play the game. Oh well, that's fine. I'll just rant for a bit until we reconnect. Oh, rest in peace. That's an interesting thing to happen. But yeah, like, I think that like there needs to be like some kind of list as to like what you don't need to know or something, if that makes sense. Like, somehow I need to make a list of like things that players do not need to know, because focusing on positioning and like mana management is so much more important. And the things that you're like thinking about are very rarely actually relevant. Like, it's just, I don't know, like it's so hard to like convince someone that a mechanic that you talk about is not that important. The reason like why it's talked about later on is because once you're familiar with everything else, then you might as well just talk about it because it's interesting. Kind of like a meme. Whoops, that was a bit of a mistake. That's fine. We'll just ice cloud this area. This was a mistake. Let's blink first. And yeah, we need to teleport now. Okay, pull up. Alright, so we're in a pretty bad spot. Like, we've been surrounded on both sides by enemies of fairly high caliber, including Vashnia. Optimally, I want to fight Vashnia while she's alone and just in orb destruction range. Like, just gonna be orbing her down pretty much. For the time being, let's take care of these enemies on the side. Once we run out of mana, we can just kind of relax and rest up here. But we'll try to thin this crowd early on. Alright, that's good. There was a lightning snake at some point. Is that the bot again? Just give up. Fuck off, Alcopop, dude. I'm actually recording. Like, piss off. Actually, so annoyed when he comes in and talks to me. I'm just not gonna talk to him. Fuck that guy. Legit. Alco, if you're watching this, like, fuck off. Alright? Like, real talk. Fuck off. Got him. Dude, did you see my air smite just miss 3 times in a row? That was pretty good. That's pretty legit. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, something about like GDR and other stuff. Like, realistically, there's no reason for you guys to worry about that if you haven't won. Like, if you aren't Greaterplayer yet, just don't worry about it. Like, if you go in the game with that mindset, you'll focus more on things that are important, and you won't have to deal with like all the shenanigans. Like, oh, what do I? But it's 55 GDR. Sorry, like 34% GDR. I'll take 5 less damage from a certain enemy at a certain level with certain stats compared to using it with 25% GDR. Like, realistically, that shit doesn't matter. Like, just don't worry about it. It's overemphasized because it sounds cool, as something that you need to know to win, but it's not. But like, I don't know. It's very hard to like, I guess, convince people otherwise that that's not important because they hear a lot of people talk about it. Oh my god, please, Azrael. I mean, Isol. That's probably why you hate me, because I don't even know your name. Please, don't kill me. What? Bullshit. Okay, there you go. I killed you. Nice. Hope we don't get abyssed by Luis. That'd be quite unfortunate if it happened. Calling it now. Just to be safe. I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed, because we don't have any MR. Lol. Smack. Wow, where did you go? Oh, there you are. Hello. Need to block her off a little bit. Please, just kill her. Like, holy shit. Lightning Spire, do your job. Fucking shoot her. There you go. Got him. I used the Lightning Spire there to block off the corridor so she can't abyss me randomly. Just a safety precaution, really. Ugh. But yeah, so after I finish uploading the Tengu stuff, I will be uploading blue stuff, and then I'll be doing another Morg analysis video, which you guys will probably see at some point. Most likely after this series is done, I will be doing the Morg analysis total, so that's good. Oh, actually no. Depends on how many videos I have in the meantime. But I'm looking for like maybe. Ooh, I think I want like 3-4 days between like Morganalysis gathering and Morganalysis itself. God damn it. It dissipated. Feels bad, man. If she's here, can I just like do this to her? Yeah, sure. Like, is this a dick move to just like try this strategy out? Does this work? Yeah, it works. Okay, nice. We're lagging, but it works. Oh, what the fuck? She blinked me into my own orb of destruction. Holy shit, that was scary. For a second there, I was actually worried. Alright, Conjurations is up. Spellcasting is up. I think Conjurations can go down in a little bit more. Just get the orb down to 1%. Not really for any reason. Just arbitrarily getting it down to 1%. I don't know. It's hard to tell people, I guess, that this game is like, just feel it out and you'll be okay. Like, I guess I don't know. It's very, like, people think that it's a little bit more technical than it really is, I think. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, but, you know, it's something that might hinder your progress. There's a lot of people in the game that will like, um, they'll like blame, they'll like, I do help a lot of people like, play this game. Like, I get like requests like every other day, I guess. Like requests for help every other day, at least. And a lot of the time when they do Morganalysis, it's like, oh, I died because of X reason. Um, like, oh, I didn't do X or I didn't do Y. Or when I die, it's like, oh yeah, I never like. I'm trying to think about like what people have said to me. I don't know, like, how do I explain this shit? I'm trying to like not to call people out because it's not fair to them. Um, but yeah, like people will like I'll give them like points A, B, C, D, E, and F, right? And then they'll say, okay, point, yeah, definitely point B. But then like, doesn't that just mean you're rejecting all the other points, right? Like, what I'm trying to say here is, what the fuck is that orb destruction doing? Hello? Is that a glitch? Oh, it is. Damn. I was like, did I suspend an orb of destruction in animation? That'd be so sick. Um, but yeah, as I was saying, like, don't think that you not winning is because of some particular reason other than like you're bad and you need to get better, pretty much. Like, if that makes sense. Like, don't think, oh, if I just did this, I'd be a good player, because it's rarely the case. Like, if you're not a good player, there's probably a number of reasons why you're not a good player. It's not just like, oh, I was really shit until I did X, and then now I'm good again. It's not how that works, pretty much, is what I'm trying to say. Um, uh, so that means that, like, whenever you do get advice from me, please do not take it as, oh, Demise said that only this was my problem, right? Like, clearly there are other problems if you're not winning, like, other games as well. But this is mostly in regards to the Morganalysis, I suppose. But what I'm trying to, like, kind of tease out a little bit, because this is, like, really, for some reason, hard for me to explain, is that, like, whenever I give you advice, please try to, like, accept it for now, and then, oh, please don't fucking put me in the middle of everyone. Son of a bitch. Like, I knew it was gonna happen, but, come on. Okay, let's try to, okay, you're gonna block me off. What a dick. Please! Okay, thank you. Jesus. Had to say the magic word for him to cooperate with me. Wow, we're actually running out of food. Feels bad. And we have Gourmand on, and we're still running out of food. Jesus Christ. What was I saying? We've gone through like 20 rations already in this place. Jesus. And I'm like training spellcasting too, so it's just so frustrating. This is what I mean by like the Arpoise being really punishing for mages. The Arpoise chunk thing. Like, what am I doing here? I'm just like spending so much hunger. Oh, excuse me. Oh god, that was like a really bad sneeze because like it's like one of those sneezes where like everything stings as well. Just sucks. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, like so if you do get Morgan Elsa's stuff from me, and you do get like just general advice from me, please try to just like accept it, and then like keep a log of the conversation that I have. Try to like get some way of like seeing it again, and then return to that advice multiple times. Don't just like assume that you understood exactly what I'm trying to say the first time you hear it, because there are going to be a lot of times where the message gets kind of distorted because of whatever preconceptions you had in your head. Um, I don't know. Like generally, advice taking, I think, should be done in parts, not instantly. Like it's very hard for people, especially prideful people like myself, to accept advice in one shot. So what you do is you kind of like, I guess, yeah, you like kind of delegate the advice to like a later time, so you can reflect on it more. I suppose. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being overly serious about this, but this is more like to do with just how I think that I should run my life as well, not just to do with like crawl advice. Because come on, crawl is life, right? Oh god, if this guy, okay, I was gonna say if that guy encircled me, I would have been in kind of bad shape there, so I just had to kill him. My decision was kill. That's exactly what I did. Um, so yeah, if you get advice from me, just like don't like go crazy about it. I guess just chill and think about it later. Because it's easy to like get lost in the grand scheme of things. All right, cool. Oh my god, stop with the monoworms, dude. I'm starving here. Oh, fun. Whoa, holy shit. So when you're starving, everything becomes auto butcher. That's sick. Too bad I don't have auto butcher on. Otherwise, I'd put it on normally. I completely forget. I keep forgetting to put it on because, like, I don't know. I feel like butchering. I like it when the game gives you options, and this time I'll choose not to indulge in that option. God, we are just starving like crazy here. A bunch of random crap. A bunch of random crap. Gloves will be a bunch of random crap. There's nothing in the gloves that will be better, I think. The only ones that can be is like strength, dex, and archery, and neither of those, neither strength nor archery is better than dex for this character. So I'll just, God, this is fun. I legitimately hate hunger. Like, it's just such a tedious mechanic, and it just because it like punishes the mages and it punishes. Oh my god, please just fuck off. It punishes mages, it punishes weak characters, it doesn't punish melee characters, it doesn't punish uh, strong characters. Like, it only punishes a specific subset of characters that you shouldn't be punishing anyway. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to equalize the way the game is played, then you just probably have to help mages a bit. But they do the opposite with like a lot of the mechanics in this game. Like, out of depth timer fucks you over. Oh my god, please. I'm gonna starve. Fuck, dude. And then you don't give me a ration. Like, fuck. Jesus Christ. There's so much, like, oh god. Corpse RNG. What the fuck, man? There's like maybe four things like, there's like two things in this game. Or three that I can think of. No, four. Yeah, four. That you can eat in this, like, fucking area. And all of that shit is not giving me corpses. I'm so fucking frustrated by that. Just because, like, I'm starving because of dice rolls. Like, it's just, oh god, what a shit feeling. I'm like prevented from playing the game the way I need to play because I'm a mage, right? Like, I don't have some beautiful way of killing these dickheads other than my magics, and my magics is really expensive. Alright, let's turn conjurations off now. Poison magic can also go off. Got pretty decent spells. We're gonna focus spellcasting and get a bit of dodging, and also train up the translocations a little bit. At some point we'll probably go for a shield, but I think I'll wait for a shiny shield first. This buckler protection is pretty good, I think. So yeah. been about 35 minutes since the start of this run, or since the start of this video. I've been really lazy these days. I probably have to go out after this. Get stuff, do stuff, you know how it is. Just doing the real life stuff. God damn it. Oh wow, we actually killed him. Oh, this is fun. I might actually have to run from this guy. Just like straight up tank all his shots and just walk past him. We're running kinda low on food now, which is good. It's what you'd expect from being in fucking vaults. God damn it. I mean, from being in Snake and Swamp. Like, you can't eat anything in here. It's just so fucking annoying. Ah, god damn it. And like, the answer can't be like, just use weaker spells, because that's like the equivalent of like, wielding like, a shitty weapon so that it doesn't get corroded. It's like the same fucking logic. It's like, god damn it. I'm being punished for using spells that are capable of killing enemies. Like, fuck. Spell hunger probably needs to be nerfed in this game. It's a little bit too costly, I think. Especially for early mages. Like, it's sometimes impossible to just get food to kill. Like, being restrained by both mana and hunger is like just so annoying. Once they do away with spell hunger, they can finally do away with fucking mummies as well. Like, Jesus Christ, finally, right? Like, I'd be so happy if they remove food just because they'd have to remove mummy as well, because then mummy would just be a Formicid Vinestalker that has no upside whatsoever with bad aptitudes and RF minus. Like, holy shit, could you imagine that? Like, they're already a Vinestalker and also a, like, they're already Vinestalker and Formicid. They can't haste, they can't heal. Like, it's actually ridiculous how bad they are. They also have RF minus, by the way. But at least they have +2 spellcasting, lol. See what I mean about, like, devs being so half-assed about things? I don't know why they didn't just remove mummies in the first place. Like, the little guy always gets fucked in these changes. Every single time. That's what I'm always annoyed about. Most of the time. Like elect damage, fuck it, who cares, right? It kills everyone equally. But the one it kills the most is the squishy guy. The squishy melee enchanter. That's the one it fucks over. Repel missiles gets removed. That doesn't fuck over melees at all. It just fucks over more mages. They're the ones who actually want repel missiles. Like, remove heal wounds, hasting, whatever, fine. Mummies are now fucked. Feelids are fucked. Like, good shit. Okay. We're going, like, very slowly through this area. The main issue here is that, like, these enemies take so long to kill with Bolt of Cold. It's making me starve. Oh, there's a food shop. Never mind. We're actually okay, I think. Okay, we're gonna sit here and pray that there's no Guardian Serpent, because if there is, we might get fucked. But, hey, whatever. Okay, we got starving again. That's good shit. Oh, there's the Guardian Serpent. I think we're actually in a decent-ish spot now. Kind of. I just really want to kill, like, the Guardian Serpent. Okay, let's teleport out. Because while we're teleporting, we're killing stuff as well. We'll heal once. There we go. So we cleared, like, about 50% of that bolts, and we also got out with our lives. It's pretty good now. Like, we're in very good shape to take on the rest of this area. I think that the teleport was a bit smart for me, comparatively, because I survived on, like, I didn't have to use the heal wounds, I think. I would have had to use the heal wounds if I had done it 1 or 2 turns later. I don't know, something made me stop and think. Probably should teleport here. Okay, we're out of food completely, pretty much, in terms of, like, rations. We're just eating fruit now. We'll probably head over to the food shop at some point and get some food. Oh, God. It's taking so long. It's like legit taking so fucking long. And we're starving again. Feels good, man. Okay, what's our least hungering spell? Poison, airstrike. Wow. Are we really gonna use airstrike? Nah, we'll just use. Oh, we just use Lightning Spire. So this is what it looks like. This is what the game will look like if I'm using spells that are hungerless and like optimizing for hunger. It's just the most annoying thing. Like, wow, so effective. Translucent Trident, huh? It's pretty cool of you. Wonder if it's good. Maybe it is. It's in +7. Damn, that's pretty good. That's actually really good. Huh. Well, like that's actually insane because it makes our hunger so much less. That's actually no laughing matter. Okay, fuck it. We'll just use this then. We just picked up a random artifact and start using it because it drops the hunger down. It's pretty good. Makes our stuff more manageable. Which is nice. Alright, cool. So let's get some food. Snake 3, there's a royal jelly. Do we really drop 11 royal jellies at home? Okay, that's interesting. I don't remember that, but cool, I guess. Please go back to left. Pick up the royal jellies and the fruits, I guess. Of the spells that we want, what would we possibly want? I think Chain Lightning is actually quite decent, but I think that for the purpose of this game, it's not that necessary. Spellforge Servitor is very strong, and I think it's a good spell. But if we do learn it, what will it know? If it learns Zap, then we'll forget Zap. That's fine. Okay, let's just cast it. See what it can cast. Okay, so it casts only good spells. That's really strong. Okay, so this is a very strong Spellforge Servitor. Whoops. So I'll probably be training some summoning now to get it to work. We have a bit too much in translocation. That's fine though. It's a good amount. Spellforge is summoning, so we get a bit more summoning. Everything else is decent. Training more spellcasting for extra stuff. That's fairly okay. Everything's fine. Ring of Robustness is eventually what we want to get. Not going to use this AC at all, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Invis, Corrosion Resistance, that's all fine. I think that we can put the Reflection on now, giving us some decent-ish defense. Wait, does this amulet actually change? Oh no, it doesn't. Okay. I was just memeing you guys. That's fine. I'm gonna keep it on the. I'm gonna keep it with me so that I can. Actually, no. Maybe Gourmand is better to keep on because I want to be able to eat my way through vaults to get a big surplus of food. I think that's a stupid idea. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the reflection. If I get really bad hunger issues, I'll probably go with the Gourmand again. But that's for the time being. I think it's unnecessary. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.